After your encounter with Mewtwo and exiting Cerulean Cave, our rival tells us that there was a girl looking for Mewtwo as well. Heading back into the cave and making our way back to where we found Mewtwo, we'll see a girl standing there. Talking with her, we find out that she was trying to catch first, so she gets mad at us and wants us to fight. As far as her team goes, she sends out her Clefable first, so try using any sort of steel or poison type move on it. Next up is Gengar, and for type coverage on this, we're going to be trying to use anything with Psychic, Ghost, or Dark type moves. Next is her Victory Bell, so we're going to be using anything with a Psychic, Flying, Ice, or Fire type move. This one's pretty easy to take down, especially if you use the Psychic type from the Gengar. Kangaskhan is up next, and she's pretty rough, so try using any fighting type moves if you have one. Other than that, I just brute force through with Psychic, even though I had a fighting type move, but I'm an idiot, so don't trust me. Last but certainly not least is Mega Blastoise. Those stats are really going to hurt, so try to use anything with an electric or grass type move to put it down quick. Now, after beating her, she becomes a psychopath and tries to catch you in a Pokeball a few times and hits you in the head, but at least you get to pick them up afterwards, so free Pokeballs, I guess. After beating the Elite Four for the first time, Blue is going to take over as the Viridian City Gym Leader instead of Giovanni, so we're going to head over there and fight him. Just in case you didn't already know, head to the first little conveyor belt, and then it'll shoot you over here, and then take the blue ones to the middle section of the room, and then the last one is right in the middle, and it'll take you straight to Blue. Talking to him, we find out that he hates the way that the gym looks, and he wants to battle us because we're now the top trainer. First things first, he's going to send out his Taurus, so we're going to try to use any sort of fighting type move we have. Next up, he's going to send out his Gyarados, and because it's flying and water type, we can just use any sort of electric or rock type move. I would probably go for the electric, but that's just me because it's double effective. Next up, he's going to send out his Aerodactyl, which is a cool choice in my opinion, but it has way too many weaknesses, so just use an ice, electric, water, rock, or steel type move and try to put it down. Now for his Alakazam, this is probably going to be one of his most tough Pokemon just because Alakazam has such a high special attack that he can beat through about anything. Just try to use any sort of dark, ghost, or bug type moves to try to get him over with as quick as possible. Now for Executor, who also has a lot of weaknesses, just try to use any sort of dark, ice, bug, poison, flying, fire, or ghost type move in the game. So hopefully you'll have at least one of those. Now, to carry on tradition, he's going to send out a starter Pokemon. His happens to be Charizard, and he's going to immediately try to Mega Evolve it. So just try to use anything against the weaknesses of it, so electric, rock, or water type, and just watch out because those Mega stats are really going to hurt. Now that we've beat Blue, he's going to give you a pretty good amount of money, and then he's just going to let you know that you can come back and fight him anytime you want, and I'm pretty sure in game it's once per day, so not a really great way to farm money, but you can if you want. To fight Red, we have to do a little bit more prep work, so we're going to have to go around and fight at least 6 of the Master Trainers and win to get the titles for them, and then we can head back to the Indigo Plateau, and he'll be waiting for us outside the door. If we try and talk to him, he's not going to say a whole lot, but it is going to let us know that he readies his Pokeball to let us know he wants to battle. So we hit yes, and we start this wonderful encounter. He's going to start off with his signature Pikachu, so just try to use any sort of ground type moves to kind of get that over with. Next up, he's going to throw out his Lapras, which is quite a hard Pokemon to fight, so try to use any sort of fighting, rock, electric, or grass type moves on this. Next up, he's going to send out his Machamp, which is a pure fighting type, so just try to use anything with a psychic, flying, or fairy type move, and it shouldn't be too hard to take down. Next up, we have Arcanine, which is a pure fire type, so use ground, rock, or water. I just ended up using Drill Horn because it one-hit KO'd. Next up, we have Snorlax, who had to be the most annoying Pokemon to fight out of all of them, and it's only because he uses Rest so often. Even with Gengar being completely immune to normal type moves, he couldn't hit me the entire time, but he just kept resting and getting full health, and then I couldn't get enough Dream Eaters off to kill it, so I ended up having just him left, and he ended up struggling himself to death, and then I had no moves to fight Venusaur with. But anyway, after going into a second encounter with him, we use our Magmar against Venusaur, who's immediately going to Mega Evolve just like the other trainers. Just try to use any Psychic, Flying, Ice, or Fire type moves, and it shouldn't pose too much of an issue. After defeating Red, he doesn't give you any money or anything, but he does give you the title for Battle Master, which is pretty cool. So, you know, that's it. And then he disappears. But after all that, that's going to be the end of this guide. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to see any more Pokemon Let's Go content, I have a whole playlist up on my channel. And if you want to see any future videos that are coming out, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.